Art is all around us, quite literally. I'm in Janine Marson's studio, and she has created the most beautiful gallery I have ever seen. Janine decided to celebrate Tom Thomson's anniversary, which is 100 years, by doing a very, very special project. And I'm very proud to introduce Janine, and let's hear all about this exciting time.
Well, the reason I started this project was because of some prompting from a good friend of mine and an artist that I really love, Terri Howell. She's my matchstick for my project, and I challenged her with a painting project, and she in turn said to me, well, have you thought about doing something for 2017 to honor Tom Thomson's 100-year anniversary? And then I decided, okay, what do I really admire most about Thomson? I loved his sketches, the fact that he was out there painting in nature, in the rain, in the snow, in the bugs, and in particular in his last spring in 1917, he painted 62 paintings in 62 days. Now, I don't have that luxury to get out and do that, but I did do it with that intention and truth to go out and paint what I saw in truth, light, and color. So I chose 100 oil on birch panels, 8 by 10, to as many locations as possible that I researched with Terri that we found out that Tom painted, or to at least be in the general locale. The reason for the 100 is because it will be the 100-year anniversary since Thomson's untimely death in 1917 in 2017. So I thought, what can I do that's significant to bring honor back to Tom for his achievements as a painter and for what he was trying to do? And everything that I read, all the research I read, he was after the truth. And so that's why I called it Through Tom's Eyes, a discovery of truth, light, and color.
I feel very honored to have been able to go along on the journey, because I learned a lot from Janine along the way, and I was able to provide her with support. So it really was a two-way street. I guess our greatest time that we had together was a week-long canoe trip, and 4 of us went on it. And we specifically paddled a chestnut canoe because that's the kind of canoe that Tom Thomson owned. And away we went into the park, into Parkside Bay. And from there, Janine and I and another friend, Ken Biggs, painted every day. And my daughter did all the cooking and cleanup and camping and portaging of the canoes, which was great. And so we had a wonderful time out in the wilderness, and really could understand why Thomson loved being out in the park so much. And as you can see from all these paintings, that we are very, very lucky to have Algonquin Park and the wilderness of Muskoka, and it hopefully, looking at these paintings, will help you think about how we need to preserve that for generations and generations to come.
So I'm going to show you some of the examples of the types of work that you're going to see in this show. This one here was the beginning of my journey, and I wanted to pay my respects to Tom Thomson by visiting the cemetery at Mowat, which is on Canoe Lake in Algonquin Park. Thomson spent a lot of his time painting in the Canoe Lake area, and so this birch tree is very special. It's actually probably the oldest birch tree I've ever seen, and it's the width of probably 3 of us put together. Even some of the arms on here are quite large. But what's significant is Thomson actually took a photograph. Tom Thomson did take photographs, and he took a photograph of this stone underneath this tree 99 years ago. So I wanted to go there, pay my respects to Tom, because he was buried there at one time at Mowat, and so that's the beginning of the journey. On this one over here, this one's really significant and was the most moving painting for me, because Terri Howell and Mary Spring and Terry's husband Tim, we all went out on July 8th this year, and 99 years after the death of Tom Thomson on Canoe Lake, of his drowning, and we went out on location, and significantly we were in a chestnut canoe on Canoe Lake on July 8th, and this one here, Little Wapameo Island in the rain, it was pelting rain, absolutely pelting rain at the time I painted this. And Terry's husband, Kim, actually held onto the canoe and onto a log so that he could steady the canoe for me. And I actually put my paddle across the gunnels, set my paint box down, and painted this view. It was so moving because it was kind of an eerie feeling almost, because I was thinking about Tom Thomson and the fact that his body was found near this location and quite possibly might have even been lashed to the shore here. because his body had come up on July 16th. So this one is particularly the one that really moves me the most, for being out on location in a place where Tom was and where his body was found.
Wow, what a fantastic show. Congratulations, Janine. The first showing will be in the Chapel Gallery in Bracebridge, starting the 21st of January. And then if you've missed that, and do not miss this show, you have to see it. It will be for July and August in the Algonquin Theatre in Huntsville. Do not miss. Kareen Burns, Cogeco TV, Huntsville.